Jeep designed just about the perfect toolkit for the back of your Wrangler or Gladiator, except for one big thing, the price. So today, we're gonna go out and make our own toolkit for hopefully a lot less money. So we thought of this a couple months back. Well, you guys know that we actually had a 20th anniversary on order, and that was one thing that I was actually excited to get, was the 83-piece Jeep toolkit. I was like, what a great idea. Covers most of the things that you might need out on the trail. Of course, you're gonna need more. You know, if you need a welder, if you need a vice grip, or, you know, channel lock, something like that, like, you're gonna need bigger tools depending on how bad you're broken. But on all of them, you got the Mopar roll-up toolkit, which is this, the 83-piece roll-up tool set. And actually, we found this on JL Wrangler forum, but we got to see all the parts that are in here and all the tools that are in here. And there's a lot of good components here, but this comes to show me, and I saw another guy on Facebook, he was one that actually helped engineer this kit.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, yeah, we really like thought long and hard about what we put into the kit. These are really good brand tools that come in here. They are made in Taiwan. I'm not sure what brand it does. The problem is the cheapest I've been able to find it as the Mopar part number is $445. But we think that we can get a lot more in there for a lot less money. Okay guys, here we're rolling up. Harbor Freight and their new Icon lines and the stuff that they have, like, it's quality, especially for those that, you know, you're not using this every day. It's just a toolkit to keep in the back of the Jeep. All right guys, so we're gonna sneak in, grab everything that we need, go ahead and purchase it, add it up. We'll try and get everything on that list and get it back to the house, and we'll show it off and see what kind of our loot was. Okay, let's do some shopping. And it's dual drive. We have an 18 in there. It's a shallow 18, but we can get a 19, 21. I don't know what we're up to. Where are all like the bits? A set of these, because these come with all the little Torques too. See, it's a 3-piece of most of the common sizes. And this comes with T15 through T50. So we have T15 through T40, and the Jeep comes with a T50, I believe. That'll fit. We just need those bits, the little bits in a driver. All right guys, well, we just got home and I kind of wanted to see what the haul that we brought home was. You know, I was going through both of these lists, so I actually took a screenshot of the 83-piece roll-up tool set and also kind of looked at all the items that were included. And then we have the final verdict here, the receipt of everything that we bought. Now in this, it was kind of, I don't know, we could have probably gone a little bit more expensive with some of the components and still not come anywhere near close to that $460. But I wanted to go over what I got and why I bought these items. And then you guys can kind of rip me apart down below in the comments if you feel like I should have bought a little bit more expensive here or gone cheaper there. We had a lot of different options. We were thinking about going with one of those 130, 140 piece kits and then piecing it together. But Harbor Freight does have some pretty quality tools when you actually pull it apart. We weren't able to get a few of the items, and that's just because we couldn't find the spark plug socket. They didn't have the right size that we needed. Those are like $3 or $4 on Amazon. And then there was one other piece that we could not locate in the store, but we'll drop those down below. First thing we found was a nice set of sockets. Now this one we really had to go back and forth on because a lot of the cheaper sets did not come with the 18mm. And as you guys know, in the Jeep world, the 18mm is a very, very crucial socket. Now we did go with 3/8 drive, and we do have a breaker bar that we can help out with these, but this goes from anywhere from 8mm all the way to 19. And if I look at Jeep's toolkit, they go from 10mm up to 18, so we got an extra 2 down there. Now the price of these was a little higher because it's the Icon edition. These were $39.99 to pick up this set, but it does not skip any sizes, so very nice there, and something that we're going to hold on to. And this even comes with a little tray, so we didn't opt for the socket rail just because we can leave it in this tray. Up next is a Pittsburgh 22-piece combination wrench set. Now the biggest things we were looking for in here were the metric. It goes from 6 all the way up to 19. However, you guys can see that 17 and 19. There's no 18 in this set. Now 18 is pretty vital for the Jeep, but we figured we did pick up another piece, an adjustable actually, so when we use that 18, we'll have the socket and we can use an adjustable in the back. And remember, this is for a tool and a trail recovery kit. So we do have all the SAE and all the metric sizes here, just about all of them, and this is a great deal. This was only $17.93 for this whole kit. So we did get a 12-inch steel adjustable wrench. Now the kit, if I look at the Jeep kit, it only comes with an 8-inch adjustable wrench. So we actually added another 4 inches onto this. This will easily go up to an 18mm and a lot bigger there. So we'll easily be able to get onto those and be able to work with what we've got on the trail. But this is an adjustable. This was, let's see what the price on this 12-inch adjustable steel wrench, $7.99. So a little bit longer, more leverage and more torque on there. The next thing up to bat is a 3/8 inch drive 17-inch breaker bar. Now we do have some other things that will attach onto this if we need to use 1/2 inch drive sockets, but this is a 17-inch breaker bar, and the thing I like about this is it still fits in the recovery bag that we have, and it's going to give us the ability to have a lot more leverage when we're breaking nuts or stuck things off of the Jeep when we're out on the trail. Now it is a 3/8 drive, so it's a little bit weaker than a 1/2 inch, but it's going to fit with all those sockets, and this 17-inch breaker bar was only $12.99. So 17 inches, when you fold it like that, it does fit in the bag, and this is a really nice breaker bar. It's really just for more torque and leverage. So this piece here is something that we probably could have spent a little bit more money on or got the Icon version of both of these, but this is actually an adjustable length Pittsburgh ratchet that has 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive on this end. Now I'm not sure how sturdy this is. I run a lot of the Icon pieces, and like I said, this is probably something that we could have upgraded a little bit, but this was only $14.99, and it is going to replace 2 ratchets on the inside of the Jeep toolkit. So this one does extend all the way out to 13.5 inches, or it contracts all the way down. So we'll see how sturdy this is. It looks to be pretty well made, but this is only $14.99, and it replaces 2 of the ratchets that would have came with. The next thing that we picked up that was part of the Jeep kit was a 13/16, a 21mm, a 19mm, and then also a 22mm deep 1/2 inch impact socket. Now the 18 isn't here because they didn't have it in stock, but all of these are $3.99. So we've got $4, $4, $4, and then one more $4 socket that we actually had to order, but these are going to give us the impact sockets on here, and we do have the 1/2 inch drive adapters to make these work. These are good to have impact because we're going to be using these with a breaker bar, and these are going to be for those larger nuts and bolts, including the lug nuts, which are a 22mm. These are great to have though, and we picked up a couple of them just because we wanted loose sockets. We don't need the entire impact set. You can pick these up as individuals, which I actually think is pretty cool. So right here we have a 4-piece socket adapter set. Now what I like about this is it allows a lot of the ratchets and items that we got to utilize different size sockets. So this is a 3/8 to 1/2 inch drive, so we'll easily be able to go up to the 1/2 inch for the impacts. We can go from a 3/8 down to a 1/4, from a 1/2 down to 3/8, or from a 1/4 all the way to 3/8. This is going to alleviate a lot of mixing and matching and give us the ability to use these in a pinch. These aren't the best to use because they are a little bit weaker. However, if we're out on the trail and we need to make a fix, these are going to be great, and these were only $4.99. The next thing we picked up to go along with our sockets was a 4-piece impact extension set, and we got this because they are more durable for the impact side. They're cheaper than the chrome ones, and they give us 4 different sizes. In the Jeep toolkit, you only got 1 or 2, I believe. This comes with 4 different lengths, and because of those adapters we just got, we'll easily be able to adapt to any length that we do need. Now these are also pretty cheap too with a lifetime warranty. These were only $8.99, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. The Jeep only came with a 3-inch extension bar. So they only came with this one, and we got this one, and this one for $8.99. So we also did pick up a set of the handy hex keys. Now these come with SAE metric and the Torx bits on here. I do like these because if you're in a pinch, you can use them and still rip onto them pretty good and tighten or loosen items. Between this and some of the other pieces, we do have all of the Torx covered, but this starts at a T9 and goes all the way up to a T40. From a metric 1.5 all the way up to an 8 mil, and from a 5/64 up to a 1/4 inch. Now included in the Jeep kit, they do come with this. It's a slotted 1/4 inch 3/16 T10 S2 bits, a lot of the little bits, and a 10-piece bit set. Between this and the other pieces that we got, we have that and much more. And to me, these are a little bit easier to maintain, plus they're easier to see. Now these only cost a whopping $6.99 for all 3 of these, and plus I like when you tuck them away, they're not gonna fall out like some of those other kind of the T-handle or the regular handle SAE Allen keys. They fall out of those slots and then you end up misplacing them. These are gonna stay in here and be good to go. Next item up to bat is a 33-piece comfort grip screwdriver set. Now this actually comes with a lot here. This comes with all of the flatheads, all the Phillips, a couple actual Torx bits in here, and then as well as this is 12 more pieces here, so 24 different bits. Now when I said about that previous bit set, this is going to cover the rest of the gamut here, as well as give us the multi-bit driver here. Now this 33-piece set is in comparison to the flathead, and I think there's 1 flathead and 1 number 2 Phillips driver that comes in the Jeep toolkit. We get all these plus the bits mixed together, and this was a whopping $11.97. So we've got all this ability to change out things, use these screwdrivers for different things if you have to. You guys know on a trail repair, sometimes flatheads can be a universal tool, but we've also got the magnetic bits here too, which are going to come in great handy. Next item up to bat is the 5-piece plier set. Now Jeep does include in their set, it's just an adjustable and a needle nose plier and then a vice grip. Now we already covered the adjustable. We have two types we have this needle nose and we have a linesman plier. We have a channel lock, diagonal cutter, and then as well as a slip joint plier. The only thing we didn't get that Jeep has in their kit was a set of vice grips. Now that we could have added on for another $5, but I figured this would pretty much cover the entire gamut, as well as we've included 4 more pliers compared to Jeep, what they had. So this 5-piece plier set, also to give you kind of that roundup of how much it cost, is $16.88. So these have nice handles on here. They're easy to find, and we have everything to cut all of our snips here. Actually, to cut all of our zip ties with our snips, our pliers, needle nose, a little bit of everything. These will easily fit into our bag. Next item up to bat is the nylon pry bar installer kit. So these have a 4-pack, and you always see me using these on camera. We use these for the grills, all the plastic push pins. This comes with a few different varieties and actually helps you get into a lot of different tight areas. The Jeep toolkit comes with just this one right here. So just this one. We actually got 3 more. So this is a 4-piece kit. You can throw these in case you have an awkward angle or you need to get into something a little bit more difficult to manage when you're out on the trail. These are a great deal too for $7.99 for all 4 of these, and this is something I would keep in your garage. Use them as you need at home and maybe just throw one of them in your Jeep trail kit, but these we use all the time here on the channel for $7.99. So another crucial item that was in the 83-piece Jeep toolkit is a ball peen hammer. Now this is a 16-ounce ball peen hammer with a nice wood base here. This thing was actually very reasonably priced. It's not a 20-ounce hammer like the one that Jeep includes, but I have to guess the handle is actually a little bit longer. This is the part where I said we could have bought one of these in an already pre-made kit because a lot of them did have hammers. However, this one we felt was a little bit better quality and just will fit a lot better into our kit. Now the ball peen hammer here is actually only $5.99. So for a nice wood handle, you can actually see those up in the top to secure the hammer head to it. This is a very nice looking hammer here, and it's going to securely kind of work where we need it to when we're out on the trail. You do not want a hammer to fail, and this one looks like it'll hold up a long time. So for $5.99, we've got that taken care of. So we got 2 types of zip ties. I couldn't resist. They had the 24-inch zip ties. If you guys are on an emergency trail repair, these are going to be absolutely fantastic. But the Jeep one includes the smaller black cable ties. This is a 100-pack for $1.49. They came down to after discount. They're normally $2. And then these 24-inch ones were $3.49. So that added a little bit of price on there. But I figured if you're going to throw some zip ties in there, you may as well have 2 different sizes. And these big ones can work for a lot of different things. I've even seen taillights held up with these. So we added the 24-inch just because we wanted a little bit extra in here, and we have a couple other items that we added too. The kit also included a snap blade utility knife, and at first I was going to go for a nice folding knife that included a razor blade. Then I thought to myself, this probably would be nice on the trail because you could just snap the blade off and get to a sharper portion. Now this one was pretty cheap. Let me actually pull this out. It was only $2.29 for a snap blade utility knife. This is a pretty standard one here. It's made by Gordon. I'm not sure of the brand, but these just snap and you can replace the blades. Great feature to have, and you can do a lot of different trail repairs for this, but Jeep included a snap blade one in theirs, so we figured we'd include the same in ours. Now here's a bonus one which we thought would be pretty good, and it was very, very cheap. This is a Braun 300 lumen magnetic work light. If you guys are out on the trail, you know just how crucial a nice light can be. This comes with 3 AA batteries. It's not a rechargeable one, but it was very, very cheap. This is added on to our total price and was $6.99, but it is a 300 lumen light that can run 19 hours and 30 minutes on low. You guys know these are crucial when you're out on the trails, and I figure for $6, totally worth it. But you can get nicer lights, and that's what Harbor Freight gives you a little bit of a chance to go either up or down on the quality, depending on what your budget is. Now this one here is to actually hold all those tools that we just bought. We thought about using a tool roll, but we've heard a couple different mixed things from those, so we figured getting a nice 16-inch tool bag would easily hold all of this gear up above, nice and organized. And the cool thing about the Bauer bag is that on the inside you actually have some organizers too, as well as a strap if you do need to carry it. Now these are pretty cheap. I actually picked a few of these up and I use them for my recovery gear, but this 16-inch tool bag was on sale and it was only $11.97. I think it's typically $15, but for $11.97, what a good deal here, and you can hold everything that we just showed, plus Icon and Harbor Freight give you a lot of almost storage components to actually hold the tools that you just bought. So this is going to hold everything. It's not going to be as cool as having a Jeep logo on it, but it's going to hold all the tools we just bought. On today's viewer rig of the video, we are checking out Jose's 2024 Jeep Wrangler 392 Extreme Recon. That is probably one of the best looking 24s that I've ever seen. First off, I wanted to say that he mentioned he ordered his Jeep through Lindsay at Dan Cummins, thanks to us, and saved him almost $20,000. That's through his email right here in front of us. He got the Jeep delivered to Texas, and he has done several mods to it. A 3.5-inch JKS lift with a 2.5 Fox Elite Series shocks front and rear, 37 by 12.5 Nitto Ridge Grappler on Raceline Avenger beadlock wheels with powder-coated gold rings, and he got his lift kit springs powder-coated as well. He added the hood scoop vent and side vent to match the gold trim, and he got that from guess who, Ryan? Distinction Applied. Bumper fog light covers in white, also from Distinction Applied. Inside cargo cover from American Adventure Lab. He got the shelf and the rear gate table, and a set of HP6 amber lights and their rock slide engineering steps. I was so excited to talk about Jose's Jeep just because I love the look of the white Jeep, and this one is just absolutely beautiful with the half doors and everything that he's had done to it. It is tastefully modified, and it is probably, in my opinion, throw a winch in there and that's the perfect 24 392. Jose, thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so much for, of course, using the people that we work with and trust and getting some great gear for your Jeep. So thank you so much, Jose. If you guys want to have a chance at your Jeep being featured, be sure to hit us up through Instagram or send us an email. So the Mopar one, the cheapest I could find, it was $445 online. I think it's still a great kit, and I'm not knocking it because it's a lot of good tools in there, but we just wanted to see what we could do, if we could kind of knock it out and go up to our local Harbor Freight and pick everything up. Now, if you guys don't have a Harbor Freight near you, we'll try and drop some Amazon links onto where you can find some of these items. But honestly, I'm excited to have all this in the back and keep it in here. And the other thing I didn't put in, we have the electrical tape and we have the mechanics wire. We just weren't going to buy a full 10 pack of it. 10 packs are like $6, so if you bought one, it would be 60 cents. So that's some extra items you can throw in, and I would say that those are kind of crucial, especially if you need to fix anything quick when you're out there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and also let me know what is your vital tool that you must have when you go wheeling. Could be something quirky, it could be something you've had to use once, but drop it below in the comments because we want to hear about it. Hit that subscribe button, and until next time, my name's Matt with Dirt Road CRED, and I want you to get out there and earn yours.